Hello everybody, my name is Hellkaiser and welcome back to Rygar. Uh, Starting to make some progress on this game. We're, according to this, 3.5 hours in, but there's cutscenes and stuff. It's been about 4 hours. Hopefully we're almost through this nightmare of a game. I generally, like I said in the last episode, I enjoy every game I play on my channel, except for DMC Devil May Cry, and the DMC 2. I generally play games I like, or I try to finish series I like, even if it's a bad game in that series. Because, not every series can have a perfect 10 every time, and that's normal. But to me, this has been one of those games it looked cool when I saw the pictures for it. I remember playing the original as a kid. I thought, well, maybe I should play the original because it looks better just from the screenshots. But I thought, well, if it's really got some new content and stuff, I'd feel bad if I didn't play the better version. And honestly, I'm still glad I played this version, because if the other version was worse than I remember, then that would not be a fun experience. But I realistically cannot wait to move on to a different game. I like to start doing some more survival horror stuff. I used to really like to play survival horror games. I've never really played that many on the channel except for Resi 3. But maybe one day I'd like to play some like the old PS1, PS2, because I grew up playing those games. And I was real little. I was like 5, 6 when I was first. I remember Area 51 was like one of the first ones of that style of game I ever played. And I'm telling you, if you never played Area 51, Google it. It was on the PS2 and the Xbox, and it's on PC. Some of you might know what I'm talking about. Does that go back down? Yes, it does. Woof. I hope he doesn't have fall damage. He does. Okay, that's progress, but I want to go to whatever the heck that is down there. How do I get there, though? There's like these revolving... Maybe I'm supposed to just ride it all the way down. Because I don't want to miss something like an important item or just some sort of upgrade if I can help it. Test fire. But anyway, I remember playing Area 51, and I'm one of those people, even if it wasn't a horror game, my head turned it into a horror game, if that makes sense. If I ever was by myself, and I fell off again. I didn't like being alone. I've always been an only child, and I've always had... I don't want to say separation anxiety, because that's not what it is. I just don't like being alone. But I consider myself to be an introvert and a lone wolf. So it's kind of odd. I like to be near people and know that there's people that I'm close to nearby, but I don't necessarily like to talk to the strangers and outsiders. Does that make sense? Hopefully, I was able to make that pretty clear. And so when my teammates in the game, you got like 2 or 3 AI buddies, I think your character's name was Cole in Area 51, to go off by himself to do something. I got so scared, I just couldn't play the game anymore. My heart was beating in my chest, and that was the first time I'd ever felt genuinely terrified playing a video game. Okay. And then my dad got me Doom 3 on the Xbox. It's like the Steelbook edition. I still have it. Are you kidding me? Please tell me that at least counted that I got the item. It appears that it did. Anyways, I was saying, so it was like the Steelbook edition that came with I think that version came with the Resurrection of Evil DLC and the original Doom with like some new levels made specifically for that Steelbook edition, whatever it was called. And I'm telling you, that game terrified me too. The fact that your flashlight had to be pulled out manually, or your gun, just as a kid, completely made me scared to death. I've always had a fear of the dark. My mother has a fear of the dark, and so I guess that just got passed down to me through the gene pool. I don't. I'm not afraid of. I'm afraid of like what hides in the dark. Does that make sense? It's a weird. They got weird quirks, and so like that game really was one of those that. Those two were like my first major experiences with horror games, and then once again, dear old dad got me Silent Hill. Silent Hill 2, 3, and 4. I don't know. I don't think there was ever like a box set bundle, but he got me some. I don't know if he got them all cheap or what he did at some like EB Games back in the day, or those a place where we lived is like Hollywood Video, and I think it was EB Games next to it. I don't remember all that, but I got all of those, and then Resident Evil 4 and 5 later on, and then I got a PS1 dirt cheap somewhere, and I went back and played like the original Silent Hill and Parasite Eve 1 and 2, Resident Evil 1 and 2. I didn't play really much of 3 and all that until much, much later. I played more of Resident Evil 1 on the GameCube, so Resident Evil 2 is about the only one I ever really played out of that series a lot, But I'd like to go back and play some of those. And there's some really genuinely good horror games just trapped on the PS2. And the PS1, you look at stuff like Echo Knight. There was like 3 bloody Echo Knight games that just never get talked about. And I slid between the cracks. I just better wait for that. They just slid between the cracks and aren't mentioned. Fatal Frame. Fatal Frame 2 is to this day one of my all-time favorite games. I've got to record that at some point. I never really played much of the first 2 games, so maybe I'll get around to playing them. I don't think I'd probably play 2 first, unless they're in like an order. I never realized that they were in a chronological order if they were. But okay, I'm afraid that that's going to be something like takes me way down. That looks like it's a path to nowhere according to the map, so I'm going to check out the path to nowhere first. I'm just trying my best to see everything, and I'm telling you, the jumps in this game are a bit annoying. The way the camera angle is, it looks like I can just do this, but there's no movement when he falls. He literally just falls. I can't control him, so there's not like, okay, there's a minute bit of airtime, but there is if you jump. It's weird. I've never seen a movement system that felt so needlessly clunky. And I'm actually annoying myself now. I feel like I'm doing this on purpose, and I'm not. I'm just trying to figure out, I'm trying to look like what's over there. I'm trying to figure out if it's a secret, or am I supposed to take the route on the side, and I want to experience everything. I guess if I miss something, I miss something. Okay. Huh. 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 Okay, that really does look like progress. Maybe I can hop my way back. Yes, fire. I was indecisive there. Okay, I'm going to check out the zip line first, and if that doesn't take me anywhere, it doesn't take me anywhere. Dang it. Why wouldn't they just make it so you could just drop down or something instead of having to wait for an elevator, essentially, to come pick you up and then fall between the cracks if you try? Because, see, the elevator is always going down when you spawn. It's never like it's waiting for you. I kind of like the atmosphere they got going for this level now. It's not music playing. It's not really a theme. It looks like bones everywhere and just floating. It's like the end of Gun Grade. Yep, crap, this was a zip line. So maybe that was some sort of hidden thing. Crap. Can I sever the connection? No, I can't. Wait, this is just taking me back. Are you serious? This just took me back to where I was when I got that, Nyx or whatever it was stone just a minute ago, wasn't it? So I just went and try to do all that just for... Why would they make it so I could go back? Am I supposed to just grab something and then go back to the start of the level? If you can't see why I don't really particularly care for this game, I think that that sums up my feelings for it. Anyway, let's keep up the discussion about PS1 games and stuff. Uh, I haven't really done a lot of PS1 emulation and stuff. It's just not necessarily my forte. I don't care as much for the... There are some great PS1 games out there, particularly, in my opinion, the original Metal Gear Solid. But there's a lot of games out there on the PS1 that just have not aged super well. They're okay to play, but they're not exactly anything that I would like to record, so... But there are some really good games out there I do think that deserve more chances. Like, I can't, link any sites or anything in the description, but I can talk about some of these games and let you guys be smart enough to figure them out on your own. Square Enix, used to dominate, or Squaresoft, however you wish to call them, back on the PS1. If you think about, they had Chrono Cross, Chrono Trigger. I think even had a Did Chrono Trigger have a PS1 port? I think it did. I would be shocked if it didn't. Final Fantasy. All the Final Fantasy games got ported to PS1, and then Final Fantasy 7, of course, and 8 and 9. Final Fantasy Tactics. Good lord! I mean, when you think about how many there was, Vagrant Story. They had so many games, but there was one game that was never really brought over to America called Racing Lagoon. And what it is it's like Initial D, which I haven't seen Initial D in years, so bear with me if I'm a little bit off on that description, meets Fast and Furious, meets Final Fantasy. It's a racing game with RPG elements. So... like, there are enemies, like, driving around in the overworld, which is like a top-down thing, like walking around the overworld in Final Fantasy or any other RPG. And then they will challenge you to a race, and if you win the race, you get to strip a part off their car. So you could take the wheels, or you could take the engine, or you could take some sort of exhaust part, or just their paint job, if you like their paint job, and add it to your car, which was a really interesting idea, something I'd never seen before. And it was never released in America, but there is a fan translation that got finished. And I've been playing that game a lot, and good lord, it's fun. That's the sort of thing, why did they not bring that to America? Because, you think about the PS1, we had Gran Turismo, we had, are you serious? At least it ain't taking me too far back. We had Gran Turismo, we had Need for Speed. What was that other series? Like Ridge Runner? Was it called Ridge Runner? I can't remember what it was called. Crap. Didn't Carmageddon come out, and then Twisted Metal? There's a lot of racing games on the PS1 and PS2 era. You'd think a game like Racing Lagoon would sell in America. At least I would. I would have bought it. I watched all the Fast and Furious movies growing up. To me, that was just like a cool video game concept. And so if you know how to Google it, type in like Racing Lagoon PS1 English translation, you can find sites to download that. I don't know. I don't know how to say to do that without like being illegal in any form. Buy a real Japanese imported copy of the game or something like that. But it's a game that deserves to be played. And that's the problem I have with laws like that. I think that it's wrong to tell gamers that, oh, you're making a fan-made translation of a game. Or
Aristotle is waiting for you up ahead.
I'll talk about this more.
He was once a mighty warrior of Hades.
Who is he?
The power of Disarmers, a power too much for mere humans, caused all the strife.
But I thought it said it entrusted it to
Disarmers
humans.
his life. The warrior of heaven, Alexander, who was once our comrade, attacked Argos to acquire Disarmers that had been hidden to ensure world peace after the War of Kronos. So Aristotle decided to fight with me. But because the people of Argus were so afraid of Alexander, they hated and attacked Aristotle. They turned against Aristotle and proved their surrender by doing so. Possibly in despair, he succumbed to
Aristotle was
temptation.
Alexander the Great's teacher.
And he became one of the evil ones?
Please, don't let him commit any more outrages.
So, I googled it just to make certain that I wasn't getting any names wrong, because there were so many Greek philosophers. I'm pretty sure I knew. So, to make this... I can't believe I'm actually having to Google stuff that I know just because this game is making me question whether or not I'm getting the names wrong. So, Aristotle took the name Icarus, which is a different mythology character altogether. You know, Aristotle was a real person. We know he was real. We've seen the historical documents. Alexander the Great was real. But they've somehow taken him and turned him into a mythology character. And Alexander the Great is a bad guy. I don't really understand what this game is trying to do exactly. It's mixing up so much stuff that I don't understand it. You know, Alexander the Great was taught... Why not just have it be like the teacher turned against his student or something? I don't understand it. Having Aristotle be a warrior is just kind of... You know, like I said, it's confusing me to death. I've never seen a game butcher mythology like this. I've never seen nothing along this line before. But anyway, as I was saying, I don't condone, you know... Let me put it this way, like, Shadow Warrior 3 came out, and as far as I know, there was no Doomvo or no anti-piracy software installed, which I think is a really nice thing of the developers, because, like, Resident Evil 8, you know, as much as Capcom bitched and complained about that, you know, the fans proved that that was causing slowdown and performance issues and other issues on the PC version, and when they removed it, a lot of people's complaints were addressed. So some of that anti-cheat software just causes problems. But it does open the door, and I'll be honest, there are some people, especially with, you know, the economy not being always in the bet. Are you serious? Okay, let me pause and just say this, because I need to focus for that. With the economy not always being in the right place, stuff like that, some people are, you know... I'm more cautious about what I buy than I used to be. I've been burned too many times, you know, too many Destinies, too many No Man's Skies, stuff like that. Just not really great games. Terrible performance issues on PC versions and stuff like that. Deathloop was atrocious on PC. It was barely playable on PS5 at times during the first few weeks after launch. That I've learned to be a very careful buyer. Even if they say, like on Steam, I've seen games that say the specs are this, the minimum requirement, and then the recommended. And I've had well over the recommended and still have massive frame rate drops. And so it's at a point where people would rather try a game before they played it. And they don't offer a lot of demos anymore, so what are you supposed to do? I don't condone the idea of somebody just stealing a game, though, playing it for free, and then that's it. But older games, like the Nightmare Before Christmas, Oogie's Revenge. That's a movie tie-in game on the PS2. It's a pretty fun little game. I plan on trying to record it soon if I can figure out what to do about the licensed music. You know, it's a fun game. It deserves to be played. Those old 007 games from Russia with Love had Sean Connery playing 007 in the game. That was amazingly fun. I love that game. It's one of those, it'll never be remastered almost. Now, I could be wrong, because like they just announced the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection, which is like 13 old Ninja Turtles games, which, that's great. That's old licensed games getting a second life, but not always does that happen. Like, in my opinion, Metal Gear Solid is one of my all-time favorite game series. Metal Gear Solid 4 never was backwards compatible because it was a PS3 exclusive. It was never ported to PC. It was never ported to PS4 or nothing like that. the HD collection of Peace Walker 3 and 2 was backwards compatible on the Xbox One, but there's not even an official version. Those games are some of the most fantastic games of all time. The Twin Snakes was exclusive to the GameCube and never even got taken off the GameCube. If Konami wanted my money, they'd make a bundle that included the original Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, Peace Walker 4, and 5, all remastered, or remaster them each separately. And I'd throw my money at the screen because I love Metal Gear Solid. But developers don't do that. So if you want to play Metal Gear Solid 4, you either have to go buy a PS3, which is getting harder to do now, and get the official hardware, or you got to try to run it on emulator, which doesn't work very well. But really, you're buying second-hand games, so it's not like the developers are getting the money at this point. So that's my opinion on that. And stuff like Japanese games that never got released in America, or European games like 1,000 Bullets, or I forget the one Konami game, it was like a weird version of The Wizard of Oz, never got ported to America. Those games, if you live here in the U.S., you can't get them. And so English translations are websites, where you can obtain stuff like the ROMs, are the only way to play and preserve some of these classics. And I'm all about game preservation. God knows that they're like Nintendo just deleting the eShop is, very bad. It's the fans and the gamers that keep the games alive, not the devs. They just see the money. What was that? Why did he just hurl himself backwards? But, yeah, seriously, test out Racing Lagoon. There's also another game on the PS1 called, I'm going to screw up this name, I know, Mizerna Falls, or something like that. If you're a fan of Deadly Premonition, because I love the Deadly Premonition series, it's like a precursor to that. It's a very similar type game. And it's really good, and it was never released outside Japan. And so fan translation is the only way to play that. There's so many good games out there like that. There was a Berserk game on the PS2. I think it was called Millennium Hawk or Millennium. It wasn't Millennium Falcon, I know that, but it was something like that. It never released outside Japan, and there's fan translation of that. Some of you JoJo's fans, there's like 2 or 3 JoJo's Bizarre Adventure games that never released in the U.S. They're not particularly good. They're just beat-em-up games, 3D beat-em-ups, but they're all right. Some games people want to play, and there's no way to officially play them in your language. And a dream translation for me would be Hungry Ghost on the PS2. I once tried to play that game, and I actually got pretty far into it using nothing but my cell phone's Google Translate picture thing, where you hold the camera up and it translates the words. And that's how I played most of the game. And I actually really enjoyed that game. Shadow Tower Abyss, man, I love that game. That was From Software, and that was a very unique, like, first-person Dark Souls with guns. And so there's so many games out there that deserve to be paid attention. Okay, let's do this. Why do I feel like we're at the end now? Just get it over with. Are you gonna hit me sometime? There we go. I hate enemies like that. They do nothing but slow the pacing down. Is that destructible? No. Okay, I'm afraid to go places because I want to, like, explore and see things. There's nothing here. The angles make it look like there's more room, and I'm not always, like, staring at my map to double-check everything. What the... Man, that is jarring. It's a very harsh jerk of the camera. It's not like it's a very easy transition or something where you can tell, yep, the camera is about to transition. It just flips that camera all the way around and it makes it... Okay, I did not mean to fall there. Okay, you look new, but you're just the same as all the other guys I fought. Okay, that's not even close to fair right there. Oh, come on. How many hits can he take? There we go, not that many. Attack power increase. I got a new power. Move some kinds of box by tackling. Tackle, control pad up. Okay, so I'm just now learning a power that's been somewhat available to me for a while now. Or, you know, like, they've been showing these blocks since the very first overworld, like, area. Okay, what am I supposed to do with this block? I can't move it. I mean, I can't jump on it. The game ain't letting me move it. It's just frozen in place now. Okay, I have no idea what that was supposed to do. All I know is I'm low on health. Do I have enough points to make another upgrade? No. I need like 3 grand to upgrade the final shield. Can the camera work with me just a little bit here? I don't understand. There's no movement range of this thing, so I can't use it to like get back up there. So is this just like a demo thing, like to show you this is how you press in on that and push it away? I'm stuck down here, so what do I do? I don't think that... Okay, that got me back up here. Okay, time for the final showdown with Aristotle or Icarus or Alexander or whoever the heck they want me to fight.
Heart of the lion. As long as your soul remains in your body, the prophecy will never come to pass. Then I shall smash your soul and take your body.
You know, you'd think for him to be Aristotle, he'd say like an Aristotle quote or some such thing, but maybe that would mean actually implying some effort into this game. Oh, I got a level 3 move now, sweet. That is cool looking. Man, the damage. Okay, do I have like anything? Okay, I can revive once after death, but I'm gonna do that again as soon as he lands. That was cool looking. I want to do that again. What the? Why didn't that... So I wasted that, essentially. So what? Is he like freaking invincible now? Why is he suddenly invincible? What am I supposed to do? Is this supposed to be like a supposed to lose kind of fight now? Youch. Now I haven't saved in a while, so that's going to be problematic. He's not taking any damage. I don't understand here. Is he like only susceptible to like certain shields? No, it doesn't look like it. I don't understand. Why isn't he taking any damage? Is it a glitch or something? I can't even see him because the camera is taking so long to track him. Okay, it looked like I hit him there. Okay, that was definitely a hit right there. So when he's up in the air, he's like vulnerable. So wait for him to lose his aura, but he's not lost his aura yet. So what exactly am I supposed to do here? You would think that maybe the Guardians could do something to him. This is ridiculous! So you're literally making your boss invulnerable for the final fight. All but for these weirdly brief delays when suddenly he's normal again. I've never seen nothing like that. Why? Okay, time for round 2. And see, that's a bit of a setback. That's an unnecessary setback in my personal opinion. They're literally just doing that so that the last boss fight takes more effort. There we go. Now I gotta go collect that thing again. Well, we gotta do something to make this about an hour. Man, that camera angle is just so jarring right there. Ouch. Try not to lose as much health this time, too. There we go, that worked. Hail to the king, baby. Holy sword. Push. Get stuck by the weird... I'm telling you, I mentioned a lot of those PS1 games for a reason. And if you can see the screen, you're seeing why. If you've ever played, like, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, any of those older ones, or any of the ones I've mentioned before, you know, Countdown Vampires, insert your whatever it is here, you'll know that those camera angles sometimes ain't always perfect, you know, but they were kind of designed so that you should be able to see everything. In this game, it's almost like the opposite. Okay, let's see what's over here. What is that, like, shock sound? You know, it'd be helpful if I could actually... Okay, what the heck is this? Evil power prevents it from working. So is this like where I'm supposed to go after I beat the boss or something? Is there going to be another boss fight here? Don't tell me I'm stuck down here now. There. So, there's nothing here yet, but at least now I've got the power already. Go... drop. Thank goodness. Jeez Louise. Okay, there we go. So at least now, if we lose the fight again, we don't have to go through all that trouble getting the power and all that. We just got to go up to the boss room. I wish I could skip the cutscenes, though, because I really don't want to hear this guy monologue again. And the kind of stupid voice. He sounds like he's trying to sound prophetic, which I guess is good for, like, somebody like Aristotle. But it comes off more goofy, like somebody trying to read poetry and sound pretentious.
The man who had the heart of a lion. As long as your soul remains in your body, the prophecy will never come to pass. Then I shall smash your soul and take your body.
Okay, now that should do some pretty heavy damage. Ouch. Okay, now he's got that red aura on him. Does that mean switch over to the red shield, I wonder? Ouch. See, that was my opportunity to hit him, but my whips just don't have the range. Am I supposed to, like, tackle him, maybe, with that new power? Nope. That does nothing. Okay, so I'm supposed to, like, interrupt him mid-combo. So I'm supposed to risk taking damage to hit him. But then, see, he dashes so far out of the way. That's not exactly what I'd consider even close to... So, the only way to hit him is to interrupt his attack, but it doesn't interrupt it. It just means I take the lick and get a hit in. Like, what the heck was that? He done did the animation. See what I mean? It just, he jumps around and there's not really a lot of... His invincibility frames is there for so long, it's hard to tell, like, when it stops. Like, right there, it doesn't stop. I might actually have to Google how to beat him, because I'm not landing anything. Ouch. And the camera is just so jarring. Maybe because he was like a soldier of Hades. Okay, why does that seem to be working when nothing else would? Okay, that worked for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe does that mean he was all... I don't understand. This game is just so jarring. It feels like a frickin' budget game, and I think at the time it was supposed to be a AAA. So the adventure isn't over yet, so I don't know how much more we're supposed to have to do here. We're still fighting Aristotle, or Icarus, or whatever he's called.
You have already lost the pride of a warrior of Hades.
What do you know about me?
Please don't.
Okay, it went to pre-rendered.
Smiles down on us. This whole new world, blessed with sun.
Am I in a frickin' Disney movie now?
Following
I didn't ask for this. I want to kill people. I don't want to hear a dame singing.
Cold eternity.
It'd been nice with those subtitles, because the way she sung, I couldn't understand half of that. I wasn't trying to be rude and interrupt the cutscene for everybody who wanted to hear it,
I
but
know that voice.
I can't.
Is that you, Argo?
So they merged.
Through her blood, I am talking to you.
Stop it. That man no longer exists. Not anymore.
Yes, he does. You are still here.
My body has become that of an evil one, and my reason has descended into darkness. What do you think remains?
Your soul is still alive. It is a part of Argo.
Let me guess, they were
In my body
lovers,
flows
or
the blood of the warrior of Hades, whom Argo once loved
Yeah.
and tried to save.
It couldn't be. Argo had my child. In that case, I will protect the princess. Because she is my descendant. She has the blood of Argo and I running through her veins.
Okay, he did a quick turn.
I made a barrier, Rygar. I beg you to come and kill me.
Why can't I just purify?
Do it myself, because I am immortal.
Then how am I supposed to do it?
I am all right. I shall wait for you here. So go to him.
This game's plot's just gone off the rails. I don't understand any of it. I'm falling through the sky now. I'm back in like the lava zone. Like, what was that, level 4? Oh, he's got Super Saiyan powers or some sort of... Why? I hate baby-face monsters. It's DMC, Devil May Cry. Oh, it's Typhon. This is supposed to be Typhon now? So, Aristotle is Now, I'm not gonna even bother with trying to tell you guys the stories, because this game is just messed up on so many. So wait, if my guy dies here, does that mean I have to sit through that long cutscene and song all over again? How am I supposed to hit him? Ooh. And into the pit of lava he goes head first, yet he's okay. Real men just walk through hellfire. What am I supposed to be doing here? I don't understand. Did that, like, permanently damage that head? They only, like, wave their heads over to where you're at for a brief second. Their damage area is so large, you're guaranteed to get hit almost. There's no dodging multiple projectiles. Particularly because you don't always know which way the projectile is going to go. See, like, none of their heads are waving over, but when they do, they don't stick around long enough. I get a bunch of hits in. You gotta be kidding me. Please, don't tell me I gotta set through... It's gonna make me sit through that cutscene all over again, isn't it? I have a turbo thing. Let me... This is running at like 300 and something percent. Just turbo this stuff. Just come on. This is ridiculous. So they're gonna make you sit through like a what? A 3-minute cutscene every time you lose to the boss fight, which you're guaranteed to lose at least at first. Come on, please, speed it up. Will you speed this up? Good lord. They legitimately expected you to set through that every time. And speed this up a little bit more. See, it just keeps going. Why wouldn't you at least allow a save, like a manual save or something before this boss battle, or just let you automatically retry the boss battle? See what I mean? You're guaranteed to take a couple of hits there. Even that counts as a hit, which is some bull ass if you ask me. Ow. When did I swap? Ow. See what I mean? You're just getting bounced around. And I have no way of buying items, so this is literally a one-time, do it right or don't do it at all situation. That did some damage. Not that much, though. Ooh. Man, I've not got the health for this. Nor do I have the patience. This is ridiculous on so many levels. I'm about to get another one launched at me. See, like, there's no set pattern to when he's hittable. It just seems like now they're pelting me with... And then even just touching his head counts as damage to me. Why? Why just draw it out and make it so unnecessarily and unbearably long? Shitfire. This is something that I have never seen a game do before. That is literally a, we're at the end of the game, so we're going to have you stuck in a 4-minute cutscene every time you die, and then a song and all this. And there's no skip. I'm hitting every button on this controller. This is ridiculous. Come on, please. Come on, please, just fall quicker. This is ridiculous on so many levels. See, look how many hits I just took right there. I just got juggled. There's no invincibility frames when you're damaged, so you just get your ass handed to you. See what I mean? Why? This is ridiculous. And I have no way of... If I can't beat the boss this time, I'm just going to take a break. And then in the next episode, or maybe I'll bridge it together and like edit it together, depending on how long the game goes on from there, I will finish the fight. And you maybe have to use like a save state or something so I can save at that point and just do it right the first time, you know what I mean? This is ridiculous. Just give me a skip cutscene button. Okay, come on. Maybe if I use this one, can it reach? No, it cannot. Come on. Okay, that did some damage. Just do my best to kill it. That's all I can do. Ooh. Can you stop throwing stuff at me? Okay, I think that one head is permanently disabled now. So you can permanently disable the heads. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I'm figuring this out. Ooh. 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 Shoot, I dodged right into that. Keep thinking that the head is eventually going to come back down so I can smack it some more, but it's not doing it. Okay, now this... No, it's not that head either. See what I don't understand. It's like they're not giving me an opportunity to hit them. Which is good from a realistic standpoint, but not from a boss design standpoint. Okay, there we go. Bring that ugly little head forward so I can fix that face. Whoa! Okay, that seemed to do like a bigger area spread. Are you okay, so yeah, that's literally just making things... Now what am I supposed to do? I can't escape. You've got to be kidding me. Why would they make it like this? I've never seen any other game design their boss... The last two boss fights are designed to piss you off. There's not really anything else it's supposed to do. It is literally me doing my best to destroy the enemy and failing miserably simply due to the fact that they blast you, they then have bigger blasts that can take up more area, and I move slower than they hit, and it takes forever for them to give you an opening to hit them. Why design your boss fights like this? It's just inflating the runtime. This is supposed to be a remaster of a game that came out on the PS2, and it does not fix any of the core issues that I had with the original, which I don't even remember all of them, but this is supposed to be what I would consider, you know, almost a remake by some people's standards, or an improved definitive edition. This is a very shoddy idea for that. Okay, did that permanently go ahead and disable that head? Because I hope that's what I was hoping for. I took the damage there on purpose, just trying to get rid of these heads. It'd help if the stupid heads would not hit you like back to back to back. That way, there would be like a pattern that you could do like 1, 2, 3 middle head and stuff like that. Come on. This is ridiculous. I can't hit them. I'm trying to jump and hit them. I have no ability to do that. Well, yes, I guess I do. Does that mean that'll work? Nope, that doesn't work. Just let me go. Please let that do like massive damage. That actually did some damage. Please, no, 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 no. Not now that I've discovered the secret. Oof. Why can't the heads just like be stumbled, like in most games? See, that is... I dodge, and I still get hit. You're supposed to like wait till it touches the ground or something. But it's not safe to do so because, see, the way that the heads and stuff are designed... If I get in close like that, I can't see where they're shooting me. One more go. And then our time is up anyway, and I'll either, like I said, add it on in the next level with a save state, or the next episode if the game is longer, or what, but I'm getting fed up. That is annoying. Why the song, too? See, that's something they didn't need to do. They just did that to make the game longer. Just get this over with. Typhon, Art, Aristotle, whatever your name is, prepare to die. Ow. How you like that, bitch? Okay, let's do this. Rain fire. So wait for their heads to dip. Now! Oh man, that was almost a one hit. Come on. Okay, he's still... No, 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 no. That should do it. Please, Lord, let that do it. He's still not dead. That did it! Yes, hail to the king, baby! Oh, thank you, Jesus. I didn't want to set through that nightmare again. Burn in the pits of hell for eternity. So that was supposed to be Aristotle or Icarus or whatever his freaking name is supposed to be. Azrael. I don't even know at this point.
Why? Why should he be a puppet of fate?
He was a bad
Trample
guy.
on fate, Cronus. You are pure evil.
Oh gosh.
I will banish your soul into darkness forever.
I'm here to fill your dark soul with light.
What?
Smiles down on us.
Not the song again, please.
This whole new
Princess Harmonia. Please.
I get that her name is Harmonia, but you have to have her sing.
Swear my victory to this feather.
Why is that so stupid? What are you swearing to a feather for? What the heck's a feather gonna do for you? God, give me strength. Whoever wrote this, they must have been on some good stuff. Okay, I'm assuming there's a little bit more left to the game. I have no idea how much more is left. I'm going to assume maybe a fight with Cronus. Hopefully the next episode... I thought that would be the end of the game, but apparently not. I hope that the next boss fight isn't as... whatever. They both can be cheesed using like weird... your summons at specific times, because the summons do such high damage. But the problem is, like, how was I supposed to know that if I jumped up in the air and did the summon, when all the heads were present, I could deal that much damage all at once? You know, there's no way of... that was literally a boss fight designed... If you didn't figure out the one trick that the developers wanted you to use to kill the boss, you would be stuck there forever. Because you'd be set into a 5-minute cutscene. I wonder how many people, when they first played this game, had to sit through that cutscene 2 or 3 times in a row and just said, you know what, I'm good, and just quit the game right there. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying watching me suffer through this misery. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening.